Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Cube 2. Let's continue. So, we had a conversation in this hallway and we're moving on to the next puzzle section. Last recording we were introduced to magnetism, and so we're learning things that all were in the first game but have been done a lot better. I don't know, honestly, how much of this boils down to the fact that they are making this game now in Unreal versus previously in Unity. That might be a factor. It very well might not. So I can pull green cubes, and if this is set the right direction, I can use green cubes, and I can rotate this entire column. This is a smart puzzle. I like it. Right. Question will come about those. What more is there to do? Because I don't think we've yet seen any real puzzle or anything that works the way it's supposed to. That rotates fully. It seems to only go 90-degree angles, and by having that consistency, there might be something to be said about all of this. And all I really need to do, and they've been kind of specific about this, is all I really need to do is get myself from point A to point B. So if I could possibly shoot myself up and over, that would be cool. I don't think I can actually do that though. And this moving an angle this direction isn't good enough. Alright. So we can switch this, and that'll put a cube over there, and that's not super helpful. And that'll put a cube here, which is also not very helpful. If I pull this, the magnet will not pull or repel anything from that perspective. On the other side of this, we have this, which kind of doesn't do too much. Yeah, this all kind of boils down to some basic stuff. Like, I can get a cube up. Well, I may not even be able to do that much. So, can I get high enough to be on top of that? No, my hands are wobbling as if there's something to do there, but there isn't. And I can't rotate the center post enough that it would play a role. Unless maybe I am trying to get the green to fall here, get caught, go here, and then delete that, and then here's the question, is how can I get this to drop without shooting it off this direction? Because that would be the issue, is I need this to not shoot this direction and end up with a cube of no importance. I need instead something like this, which I guess I can do just that way. But kind of the only thing I could do is something like this. 1, 2, 3. And when this rotates, it would potentially, if those two were switched in a different direction, it would potentially rotate it that way. So there must be a bigger trick. It must have more to do with this. I don't know how, though. Like, getting that cube to be sucked in doesn't do anything. Is there more to this puzzle? All of a sudden I've hit a difficulty spike, and this seems odd. Alright, so we can basically do nothing with that, other than just fling that up that direction. There is a slight difference if we do it like that. It does put you in a slightly different position, but it's pretty obvious that the switch is over there. So I've got to get this mechanism to grab a cube, and I have no idea how that's supposed to happen. Nor does it seem like there's anything else. Now they've done a good job here and locked me in the room, so I am just gonna have to figure it out, but I don't know how much that helps. Alright, what if we were to do something along the lines of this? That rotates, that rotates. These two do really nothing. I mean, I can jump on this and jump up here, and that does get me slightly higher. Okay, so this must be what I need to do. Get on top of this, and we'll just get up here for safety's sake. Now from that point, I can do what? I only see one thing, one cube. And unless I can get another cube to appear, like, this is not a jump one could make. And I can't really hit this angle because they've specifically made it so that's impossible to make and hit. I could jump down, but what would that do? Let's see. I place this here, put that down, and then I choose to rotate the platform and then put that where that is. I believe the red is pulling in, So now when I rotate this, this should be safe. Which is great, but how do I get over there? I don't think I do. I think I have to jump on it as it's popping up. So this is more complicated than the other puzzles I've done so far. Right. So I don't think I can even do this. I may have just messed up completely. Right. Yeah, I don't think it matters that I'm up here, so let's just jump back over here. And then we can spin that immediately. Alright. And we're gonna fly. And again, the game doesn't turn us around. Seems like it's kind of inconsistent with that. Okay. So we need to now put that there. And then I think we need to switch this one to pull. There we go. So do I want this to drop down a little bit or a lot? Yeah, that's probably not what I wanted to do. I bet what I wanted to do is use this red bar as a blocker. So it just hits that, and then I can just step down where it is, and then I can take that and maybe that matters, maybe that doesn't, because now I've got to get that to pull me back up. Even there, that isn't good enough. I've almost got this, but this is more difficult than any of the other puzzles we've done so far. Alright, so let's see what this does. Just puts that on. Is there a possible way that I could hop up on top of this? Not really. I'm not seeing a platform. If I could have turned the bottom plate into a magnet, then I could have magnetized that piece and then repulsed it. Like, this really has no pull on me. You know what I bet? This sounds crazy, but what if we were to pull ourselves up and then change that to blue? And in the process of doing all of this, we're going to have to do every little bit. This is crazy, but I think this might be it. No, because now I've got to stand on this part to solve that. And yeah, that would have been a little too athletic, frankly. There. So I guess it really was just a matter of timing. Even that's pretty athletic. That was pretty demanding. It took like 15 minutes, 17 minutes to do just this one puzzle. And I still don't see any collectibles. So unless they've embraced just entire walls or actually fake walls and you have to play the entire game walking against the walls, which would be annoying, I have no clue if the collectibles exist in a fashion that I expect, or if possibly they are something that only unlocks on the second playthrough. We're seeing more of these statues. So yeah, these might be the collectibles. These rooms are always dark and designed to be spooky. This is a world where there, I guess, is very little light. So why is that the case? And again, it seems like this is the same statue as the first statue. Carrying a cube, spikes in the back.
Something is really wrong. She's alive
and reacting,
but I just can't get her to
let go of it.
keep an eye on her.
And I'll call
The extraction team.
see if they can
Come a month early.
That sounds creepy. Certainly. Is it possible that the humans are sacrificing humans, other people, to the cube in experiments? Totally. And then that would be a nice little twist on the story of the first game. Let's see. We're getting into darker and darker things. Rooms and possible story. And see, that was a pretty difficult puzzle, and we have to solve 4 this time to just turn on the magnets. So now we have to do each of these side quest rooms that probably will have elevators that take us into different directions. So let's just pick one and go. The order doesn't seem to really matter. Looks like there was a little bit of texture pop in when I walked through that room. Undoubtedly you would have had better quality mechanics in this if there was a more skilled, more experienced team making this game. Mechanics, I mean, by mechanics I mean just an understanding of what the Unreal Engine can do. But in a weird way that kind of doesn't even matter. Like, I'd much prefer a bunch of new teams with new ideas making games that are just a little bit wonky versus a long established group of programmers that don't have any new ideas. So that turned on seemingly nothing. Okay, well, I figured that out. I'm not sure. I don't think I really even knew that was going to happen, honestly. I think I just looked into that. Okay, so that opens 2 doorways that weren't there before. Alright. So, the previous puzzle has taught me that sometimes we have to go for the ride. And, yep, that's exactly what that was the case for. The idea that my character that I'm playing as can't let go of a concept is pretty harsh, honestly. I'm glad there wasn't an elevator there. I'm surprised there wasn't an elevator there. It's reasonable that a normal human would have questions waking up in a facility surrounded by all these alien spaceships. Like, it's almost, if we were to think that the voice that's talking to us maybe isn't human, maybe there is just this pathological, possibly mechanical need in this entire facility, in this computerized world, to have somebody jump through the puzzles. Like, maybe it's coded and programmed into them. That was something certainly that was said in that was a thing that was programmed into GLaDOS. Well, that didn't work. Let's try that again and see what that does. Because it kind of feels like it should fling further than that. It feels like the other ones did fling further than that. Let's see how far this flings me. Yeah, that flings me high enough. But that's not good enough at that point. I could try something like this. That was a little weird, I guess might be the right word. Like, that took more timing than I would have expected. But it worked. Open the door. Then we can step on this, and that opens that section. Okay. So the next bit of question, I suppose, is we're gonna do this, bend this down, push this out, pull this out, do that, and then do that again. Put that down, fold this down, and stand on the cube. Make sure we're actually standing on the cube. Fling up and jump. That wasn't too difficult. So maybe they put a difficult concept in the... Let's see what happens when we bend this way. Nothing. Nothing really. What happens if we jump on a magnet piece? Nothing. Didn't think anything would happen. And there's nothing down this way. Yeah, it feels like the difficult puzzle was intentionally put so that we had to do that one first. That way these next ones were easy. All the other puzzles up until this point have been pretty easy too, so it's been a nice, easy stroll. Okay. Let's hit that there. And then swap this pole. There we go. And then I think we need to transfer that over to this. I'm not even sure where we're going or what our final goal is yet, but there's definitely not a lot of red herrings in these puzzles. Feels like they could have been crueler by quite a bit and added all sorts of extra things. Okay. If I fling this that way, that does nothing. So I guess I'm going for the ride too. Which, no, this is easier to do. There's an easier way to do this. Just delete that, jump on it, then start it bouncing, then hit that part. Now we're facing the right direction. I'll just rotate that. Okay. And really I'm just solving the puzzle the same way I did the second time, or the first time. Ding ding ding. The dinging still seems to happen and still seems to really mean nothing. The door is open. I could walk against all the walls and I suppose see if maybe there's a secret passage, but I kind of doubt it. Right, so I need to get up there. That seems like it's unlikely to happen. Interesting, I can walk out of this area too. I'm messing all of this up. Alright. So, rotate, pull, switch to blue, hit that. Is that push or pull? I think this is push, so I need to switch it. Yeah, now it's pull. Yep. And so I'm just gonna reverse this and then try and jump. That didn't quite work. Interesting. I don't know if I was slightly off or if I was very far off. I'm gonna switch this direction, and maybe I can switch it this way. No, you've basically got to see this. It seems like I'm just not one high enough. Well, I tried that twice, so clearly that's not the solution. But then what is? My only other thought would be have this push and then hope at the pinnacle of this it will give me some extra movement. Right, so needs to be on blue and then just rotate this and then just hope that that works. Oh, okay, it did. So I needed to continue my momentum from bouncing upward. We still have those purple, that purplish hue on it. That's turned on, and then if there is multiple endings in this game, which I suspect there probably isn't, maybe I just need to power the elevator so much but not power the computer to turn on. That is, I assume, at the top of the tower. Although that door is still locked, so if that is going to be the case, we won't do that now. We'll do that in a later point. So it just feels like in a effort to improve, they've gotten rid of the elevators and now they're just straight doors. So maybe the earlier sections were designed earlier and they just don't run as well, or maybe there's another reason why the elevators were needed. Anyways, we're still on chapter 7, which is surprising because we started at chapter 7 and we ended at chapter 7, whereas in previous recordings we jumped through 2 or 3 chapters. It's been 32 minutes. That's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. And if you want to support me even further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and get me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.